The Golden Tankard, the tavern/inn of our medieval town. This building represents the unity and the hospitality of our townfolk. Medieval taverns and inns served as essential social hubs and resting places for travelers, typically offering food, drink, and lodging. While inns focused on accommodation for the wealthier travelers, taverns acted more as the restaurants of their time, offering the food, beverages, and would very often include entertainment for locals and travelers. In larger towns and cities, these two made sense as separate buildings, but in smaller towns and even some villages, these would tend to be one establishment, run by one or two small families. Remember this, as even a little bit of backstory can influence the entire design of a build such as this. This week we are finishing this build by first tackling the outside details, and then we're moving on to the interior design and layout. So this part is going to be part 2. If you missed part 1, the video will be linked down in the description. However, if this is your first video of the series and you want to catch up, the entire playlist will be linked down there also, as well as a pop-up up here on the screen somewhere. It will include every episode from week 1 till now, in order, so you can build an entire village of your own from ground up. When it comes to tackling the outside of this build, we're going to start with the beam arches. These are a very simple design that makes the frame look more detailed, as well as somewhat rounding it off, which then in turn helps to cut back on any of the overly boxy looks it may have. I'm going to start building these with upside down spruce wood stairs, spruce wood trapdoors, and spruce wood shelves. So from this part of the video to the end, I will be jumping in and out of first person whenever I feel like explanation is. And actually, if you like that style of video, let me know, and I'll try to implement it more often. But for now, we're going to tackle this area of the build. So what we need to do first is remove all of the white fill blocks here. And at that, we're going to grab the stripped dark oak wood or whatever you used your cross beams for, and we're going to fill it all in with the vertical variation. Alright, so then after that, now we can finally come in and do our frame arches. So upside down stair there, upside down stair there, shelf block, and up top we're going to come in with the 2 trap doors, so it'll leave one there. Now, instead of placing one right here, what we're going to do is we're going to start our staircase up to the front door. We're going to put a full block there of stone brick, a full block of stone brick there. Coming out from that, we're going to do a stone brick stair. Then underneath of those, we're going to do 2 full blocks. And then out in front of that one, we'll put another full block. Then we'll flop back to our stairs and put one there, put one on top of that block, and then do the same thing over here. Now, you can build your stairs out of whatever you want to build them out of. I'm going to just use the plain stone brick so it matches our veranda. And then just like that, our stairway is finished. Now, what we need to do to complete our door, since it's an odd number here, I'm going to change our door design here slightly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and destroy that block and that block. We're going to walk inside. At this corner, I'm going to click. It's this corner. I'm going to click. Then on this one, I'm going to click that corner. So it's going to put our handles there at the inside of the door. So whenever the doors are open, they'll be on the outside of the beam. Next up is our flower box. Flower boxes are iconic when it comes to medieval builds in Minecraft, and this tavern is the perfect place to add it in. To build it, we need spruce wood stairs, spruce trapdoor, and spruce shelves. Then when it comes to mine, I'm going to implement leaves instead of flowers. This is going to create a draping effect, and that also lends to add age to this build, as the plants needed time to grow to that length. Before that, I'm going to come in on this block right here, and I'm going to take my full grass block, come all the way across. Then underneath of that block, I'm going to add a trapdoor. Then we're going to skip one, trapdoor, skip one, trapdoor, skip one, and then that will lead us back here to border that block. Then in the gaps, we're going to put upside down spruce wood stairs like this. Now, over top of the stairs, we're going to change it, and we're going to put the slat or the trapdoors above those. And then above the trapdoors, we're going to put the spruce wood shelves. Okay? Now that that design is done, you can come in here and just randomly place some leaf blocks. I think I'm going to do something like that. And then on the blocks where they are going to drape down, we unfortunately had to delete one of these blocks, so I will destroy that one there. I'm going to put a oak leaf down here. Then I'm going to place a block here just so I can come out to the side to place one there. And then erase that one. Then I'm actually going to come up and move that oak block over one. And then on this one, I'm going to step over to the side here. We're going to put some flowering azaleas there. Then I'm going to put some regular azaleas underneath of that. And then I think I'm actually going to leave it there. We'll put some oak leaves down there. And then I think we may actually just drape that one further down just to add layers to that. Now, while we are working on the walls, I'm going to go ahead and grab our glass. So on this level here, that is even with the grass block, I'm going to destroy 3 blocks, skip one, then we're going to destroy 3 there, even though that is behind, it does not matter, and then we're going to fill it in with our glass panes. So we wind up with a window that looks like that. Now down here on the bottom, I'm not sure what color glass that I want to use so far, so we're just going to just punch them out. We'll put white glass in there so far. And we may change that as we come back in there. You can go around and punch out windows anywhere else that you want. I'm going to wait until we do the interior then. Next step is to start our little porch area here. So we're going to start on the edge of this foundation. We're going to drag the block out by 2. Then we're going to skip 3. And then we're just going to drag it all along this line here until we get even with this pillar. Then we're going to drag it 1 extra block out so it's now even with this pillar and with the chimney. Then we're going to connect it there. This should connect in this little junction right here. Now what we're going to do here in the corners is we're going to add an extra block there, stone brick stair there, stone brick stair there, cobblestone wall up here at the top. This is going to create just a little bit of flare, and then since I actually have the ground pop up here like on a hill, it helps to blend it into that. Now on these sections we're going to do something similar. We're going to come here, stone brick stair there, stone brick stair there, block, block, wall, wall. Okay? We're going to do something similar to this one over here. Put a stair right here. We're going to put a full block. Then we're going to put a wall. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to move this back one. Since that stair is there, I'm going to put a full block here, the cobblestone wall there. It's in line with the railing coming down the steps. When it comes to decorating your courtyard, you can decorate it however you want. A couple ideas are shrubbery, greenery, tables, statues, fountains, anything like that. I've decided that I'm going to put a tree here. It'll be a custom tree, so I'm not going to do it in this video. But if you guys would like a video on custom trees, I will see what I can do. So if you were going to follow what I am doing here, we're going to go up to this block here. So then we'll be 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th block here, then we're going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th block, we're going to place a grass block right here just so we know where we're starting at. Then we're going to bring that up 1, and then with that being the center block, we're going to drag blocks all the way around it to make a 3 by 3 square. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, coming off of that, we're going to grab our dark oak stairs and put the 3 blocks out to the front of it. We're going to come to the back and put 3 blocks out to the back of it. Then off of the side, we're going to use the dark oak shelves. Then just complete a border around it. And that's going to make it look like it has a bit of a planter box here. And that's what our tree is going to grow out of. Now, to make these look more like benches, we're going to grab a sign and we're going to click it just there on the side, and then now it looks like it has armrests. Do that on all 4 sides here. Just like that. Then, just so I can remember that I'm going to put a custom tree here. Oops. I'm going to put a log block right there. And then I want to just go grab some bone meal. Then I'm going to click bone meal there. And I might click it there. That'll work. And then we'll have a weird looking, short, stubby, bonsai shaped oak tree coming out of there. Walk through the door. First thing you notice, it's dark in here. And that means our first step is to light it up. Interiors do not use torches. Torches are a campfire. Torches are pathway lighting. We are going to be using lanterns only. And like I mentioned in the previous video, if you have a mod pack that includes new lanterns or furniture, this is the perfect time to use it. However, coming back to our lanterns, we're going to hang them from the ceiling using chains. 1 chain or 2 chains, it doesn't matter, just make sure you vary the lengths. After that, we're going to cluster 3 or 4 lanterns together over the main bar area whenever we get to that. What that's going to do is cause a focal point on the bar. Then, after that, we're going to use a lever technique with single lanterns on the walls and on the vertical support beams. Just remember, however, you want warm, low, uneven light. It needs to read as cozy and not a football stadium at nighttime. Notice that lighting was the first step, but however, we need something to hang lights from. So our first step on the interior is to build the second floor here. So within the inside, we're going to fill up these pillars here in the boundary. And then on top of that, we're going to start with a oak wood floor, or you can use whatever kind of wood that you want. You don't even have to use wood. I just think it looks the best. It matches the wall there, so it just, really fits the vibe. We're going to start from this side, and we're going to connect it all the way over to this side. You can connect it over here if you want, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Now that our ceiling is laid, we can move on to our first bit of lighting. So looking at the interior of this build, I can envision a very simple layout that I can then add on to as we go along. Which then brings me to our first detail, stage. This is the area for the entertainment to perform on. Whether it be musicians, jesters, or even just an experienced storyteller gripping you with every detail of his narrative, they need a place to stand out. So this area is just simply raised with dark oak slabs. Once we have that, light it up with 2 lanterns. Now with the stage placed, we can add in another crucial detail, fireplace. This is the bread and butter of a cozy looking tavern. Since we already built a chimney outside, now we just get to put a decorative design inside. I'll be using stone brick stairs and blocks. You just go through and make sure you merge it into the pre-existing chimney outside. With filling the room up, it is inevitable. At this point, custom packs with furniture will really excel, but for me, I'm just as content with normal Minecraft blocks with a little imagination. So for this instance, stairs become booth seats and chairs, and trapdoors become tabletop. You can add age and character by changing a few blocks to different materials. This indicates a seat that has been replaced by a newer one sometime within its past. Then, for lighting, you can place variations of candles on the tabletop. Another type of table you can set up are tabletop chairs. To do this, you place 4 chairs around in a circle. Then in the middle, you're going to place a fence block, then your trapdoor on top of that. Another detail that's very important in a room like this that has this huge expanse of open space are pillars. With my pillars, I'm going to try to keep them in line with the main pillars here. I'm going to come to the middle of this section and place a pillar right here. And it is going to break up the space here a little bit and make it look a little bit crowded, but that's actually the look that I'm going for. I'll come back here a couple more blocks, then maybe we'll do another one right there. If there's not a lantern, there is. We'll move the lantern, and we can place the pillar right here, which means we can move the lantern to maybe right there. Another thing is to make sure everything is not symmetrical on the interior. Exterior symmetrical is fine. Interior, you want it to look cozy or homely. That's the entire point. So if you have something offset like this, it really adds character to the interior of a booth. Step back, look at that. How cozy and inviting is that? Now, that does leave us with arguably the biggest part of the tavern, the barkeeper's. Now, I want my counter to stand out. So I'm going to use this mangrove, and I want it to come off the wall 3 blocks at least. That's going to allow adequate room for storage and movement behind the counter. And then I'm going to take it clear back this section to where the wall of the kitchen will be. Now, with the counter drug all the way down to where the kitchen wall should be, that moves us to the kitchen wall. First off, we're going to hang some lanterns here from the ceiling. We have a little bit of light to work. After that, we're going to connect the wall with the material that we have for the rest of the wall. Coming off of this block, I'm going to drag this pillar all the way up to the roof. Over here, I'm going to continue it on the other side. Then in the middle, on this block, so we're going to skip one right here, I'm going to drag this pillar up as well. And then on this 3-block gap, we're going to throw in the wool fill. Then we're going to put the stripped dark oak. Then continue with the wool fill on top. And then continue it up here as well. I only have the 3 blocks. Make sure you mix in the other blocks there as well. And then on this block, we're going to put the oak log across. Up top, we'll put some wool fill block up there, and this is going to be a spruce wood door. And then that will separate our kitchen from the rest of the inn. Now you can decorate behind the counter however you would like, but some ideas are to put some shelves using spruce trapdoors under here. On top of those, you can stick barrels and chiseled bookshelves. Do something like that. In other sections, you can put the actual shelf blocks like this, fill them with different potions to look like different drinks or tonics up here. And then another thing that you can do is also put shelf blocks here, and then you can put your trap chest or even your decorated pots there. Or there was a flower pot here also, yes, it was. Then you can do something like that as well. Those are some ideas that you can do behind your counter to fill up the space and make it look a little bit more busy. You can also put down pressure plates on the top of the counter to make it look like there are plates down there, or item frames with items in it to make it look like there are some food items being. Now the last bit of detail that we had to add in here are stairs. Now an inn isn't an inn if you don't have rooms to stay at. So I'm going to allow you to decorate your rooms or to lay out your rooms however you would like. That way you can dictate the shape or size or orientation. But I am going to show you one way to get upstairs. Now since this is a very small tavern, to have a huge staircase upstairs would be kind of overkill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this section of blocks right here. It's just 9 blocks, and then in the center block I'm going to come up with a pillar of logs all the way up to the ceiling here. And then what I want to do is I want to wrap the staircase up around this way so it drags us into the middle of this. So What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to drop it from this block here down half, that block down half, and then that block will be down half, of course. Have another one. We'll come to this side and drop down another one, drop down another one, drop down another one, and then I'm going to leave ours right here. So, I know it's not the normal orientation that you would have stairs, spiral staircase in medieval times, but for our intents and purposes, this is not a defensible building. This is the way that we are going to build that. So then you will step onto this stair, step onto that stair, and then you can walk all the way around to get up to the top. Then I will let you guys orientate out the rooms over this section however you want. Could be one here, could be one here. I forgot to punch the windows out on this side, but you should definitely have one. And then I would suggest blocking this off and having maybe some storage back here for the kitchen or for the innkeeper. So that is how you're going to build the spiral staircase for the inn. The golden tankard is now finished, which also means that week 8 of our village build series is completed as well. Next week we're going to cross the river and we're going to get agricultural. We're going to be building crop fields and farms and even some livestock areas. And I'm going to attempt to show you a terraforming technique that makes your wheat fields look like they are actually growing on real land instead of in a flat box in a square. If this video helped you out, drop a like. It genuinely helps the series reach much more people. And guys, we are right at the edge of 500 subscribers, and I am very thankful for each and every one of you guys' support. However, I do need a little bit more from you. At the time of releasing this video, it is now currently June, and I would like to completely double this channel subscribers from 500 to 1,000 by the end of the year. You guys have no idea how important that would be to me, and it would be an absolutely amazing milestone to crush for the channel. Again, thank you guys for all of your support. And as always, if you want more of this series, the full playlist is down in the description, and I'll try to leave a little link up here on the screen somewhere. But with that, I'll see you later, and catch you on the next one.